Hello, loves. How are y'all doing? I'm trying to log into my computer and it's not letting me log in. Okay, there we go. Hi, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. Let me just get all the links together so we can commune as we do every single week. Lots of fun stuff to go over today. Hold on, let me find it. There we go. I'm just gonna post a link on the Patreon so they can join us, and then we's gonna get started basically. Also, I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everybody because we just hit 8,000 subscribers. What? Yes, we did that. We did that shit. Okay, we did it. So not only congratulations to me and the channel, but congrats to all of you guys because we get to build our community and our family. And yeah, we're just gonna continue to grow, continue to heal. It's just gonna be a fun time all around. You know, not always fun because we deal with a lot of heavy issues, but still a meaningful, productive, needed, well needed space. So I'm really happy that we are growing and thriving, and just like it's a great way to be in December, getting closer to the end of the year. Lots of just lots of stuff, I feel like. So yeah, I'm gonna share the link with Patreon, and then I'm going to link up Instagram so they can join us, and then we're gonna get started because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We are in the like early part of December. Okay, we're like inching closer and closer to January, to 2021. Like it's weird. We're like there, guys. We're like really there. So it's definitely, I feel like, a time for a lot of reflection. And when I saw like the moon was gonna be for today, the moon was gonna be on Virgo, I was like, okay, we're gonna do some energy focused meditation for this week, just to make sure that we're just like calibrated. I feel like every time we have our weekly healing circles, we do kind of calibrate towards everything that happened in the beginning of the week. So I feel like it's really important to kind of check on yourself, check on your energy, check on your vibe. How are you feeling? Like, what's going on? So yeah, so I definitely wanted to do an energy healing meditation for you guys, a guided meditation. So you guys already know we're gonna whip out the Mudra cards. Okay, you already know the whole shebang. I just posted the link on YouTube. Let me go ahead and link Instagram. But thank you guys for all of the support. Seriously, it's just been an amazing amazing time, just growing and, you know, finding like and connecting with you guys, and just kind of thriving and growing within the community, and like manifesting and connecting with other healers, other creators, whom I've never thought I would be close to, but I have like some really cool, dope friends in the community. Like I love those who I've like connected with, and those who I've like gotten to just even interact with into any capacity, because I feel like it's really important to recognize how someone's energy, when they came in, how they changed your own dynamic, and how much healing you received from it as well. So I think it's just like really powerful, just all the connections I've made so far, and everybody that I've met, and how others have like healed, and all the messages I've received, and how everything's been kind of communicated. Like everything's just been really amazing. So I'm just really grateful that we are in this space. Welcome to Instagram because they just joined us, but I'm just really grateful that we're in this space. And thank you for everybody who's gonna catch this live later, because I know a lot of people rewatch the live, which is 1000%, which is fine. And just be really just so much gratitude. That's just really what I feel. I'm just in gratitude for all the love. Really quick announcement for everybody who has placed an order in the shop. I am really like finished with pretty much everybody's order is already shipped out. I'm in the process of sending out the tracking numbers. So if you place an order, bear with me because I'm only one person and I had like a ton of orders. It took me forever to get through them. So yeah, so bear with me. You will be getting it soon, and it will be 2-day shipping. So you will get it before Christmas and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's just a quick announcement. The other quick announcement is that there's only like 11 tickets left for the end of the year wrap up workshop. So if you haven't gotten your ticket for that, make sure you get it. Again, tickets are free or by donation. The free ones are the ones that are getting like, that is almost sold out. Ritual kits, there's only like 3 of them left. So again, if you would like to come through, definitely make sure you check out the link. It's in the community tab, and I'm gonna have it down below after I finish posting the live, when I edit the description box. But yeah, you can also find it in the community tab, and if you're on Instagram, you can find it on my bio as well. So yeah, those are the announcements I got for you guys. I've been working on a bunch of stuff for you guys, including Bruja Vlogmas vlog that I've been editing all weekend for you guys. So I can't wait to kind of post that and share that with you guys. I'm gonna attempt to vlog the entire month of December, but I'm not gonna do it daily. I'm gonna do it like weekly because it makes more sense with, you know, my life, all of the work that I'm already doing, and you know, editing a video once a day, that's just, it's a lot. So I'm gonna do it weekly, on a weekly basis. So I'm gonna be showing you guys all the stuff that's going on. Another quick announcement, this week that's coming up on Thursday, me and my mom are going to Ya Favorites, the thrift store. So there will be a thrift store vlog coming through, and I know you guys love those. So I'll be showing you guys what I discover from our journey to the thrift store. And yeah, all of that will be posted as soon as I finish editing. It's gonna be my new motto. As soon as I finish editing it, you guys will receive that. So we are gonna get started. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull some cards for us from the Mudra cards. Our focus for today, for this week, it's gonna be focused on energy healing. I always pay attention to which moon sign we're starting off the week with, because I feel like it sets the tone on an emotional level for how we kind of move forward through the week. And because the moon is in Virgo, and it can be very, you know, secluded, very alone, very reflective, very kind of, you know, hermiting, because that's what they do. I wanted to make sure that we check in on our energy. So we're going to be doing an energy healing meditation today, and it's not going to be super complicated or anything like that. It's just going to be focused on our energy. And I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit to give me the cards and mudras that we should be using for this energy healing meditation today. Okay, I will take 2 more cards. That's 1 more. Okay, there we go. Oh wow, I swear, as much as I have like read tarot, oracle, and done like past life readings and all that stuff, it always gives me like, it's almost like a little butterfly of a thing when I get the card that confirms what I had just said. You guys know what I mean? I hope you guys know what I mean. But yeah, that always is, it's a moment of like, wow. So the first card that came out actually was embodiments. Okay, embodiments for this one, embodiments. Okay, and it says, completely at home in my physical being, I step forward in life confidently. Okay, this is what it looks like. To take note of which finger. Okay, that's what it looks like. Then we have lightness of air. Okay, and this is really important. It's specifically because when we're talking about energy healing and the density of what we're carrying energetically, like what's going on with us energetically, once you've already, like when you heal, you automatically feel lighter. That is just, it's just a given. It's like almost something lifts out of you because you're not carrying it anymore. So it really makes you focus on like, wow, I'm still carrying stuff. I'm walking around the world. I have some things I'm carrying with me. The second I get that healing, poof, it's like you receive that lightness of air. So this one says, living with greater lightness and ease. I am naturally touched by all of life's beauty. Wow, that one's really beautiful. Lightness of air. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay. And the last one is centering. With a deeper sense of centering, I experience perfect equanimity. I probably pronounced that wrong, but you guys know exactly what I'm trying to say. Centering. That's what it looks like. Y'all see how all the cards end up just being in alignment with what we're talking about? Spirit be trolling. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these up for you guys. Just put a heart in the comments if you have already picked out your mudra for the. Oh, Erica, what deck is this? This is the Mudra cards deck. You can find it on Amazon. I will try to pull a link in the description if you would like to purchase this at a separate time. But yeah, I love this deck. I use it pretty much almost every week. We work with the Mudra deck. I bought this deck specifically for you guys for when we have these moments, because your hands are such a powerful tool. This is why Reiki is channeled through your hands, okay? Through your hands. And so when we're working with our hands and we're basically doing a lot of symbology with our hands, it channels energy different. Each mudra channels energy a little bit differently. And so it helps you stay and remain in alignment. So yeah, that's why I love this deck. And I highly recommend it to everybody. It is over like 100, I think it's like 108, 100 and something cards. Like, it's a lot, okay? It's a thick deck. It's a thick deck, but it's a very beautiful deck. Highly recommend it. These are the cards for today. So we have embodiment, again, embodiment, lightness of air, and then we have centering. So definitely put some hearts in the comments if you already picked out your mudra. I'll hold it for you guys like this. Okay, there we go. I think that works out. Yeah. Okay. I'll read them again just really quick. Embodiment, completely at home in my physical being. I step forward in life confidently. Embodiment, that is embodiment. I'm already seeing some hearts. Embodiment. Then we have lightness of air. Living with greater lightness and ease, I am naturally touched by all of life's beauty. Lightness of air. Okay, lightness of air. Then we have centering. With a deep sense of centering, I experience perfect equanimity. Centering. Okay, that is what it looks like. So definitely let me know. Put some, I'm waiting for a couple more people to put some hearts in the comments so that way I know. Okay, I see Instagram is good to go. YouTube, are you guys good? So we can get started. Those are your choices. Okay, seeing some hearts. Okay, so everybody has their card. Everybody's good to go. Okay, so as I always state this, if you would like to kind of hold or place a crystal anywhere right now, you feel free to do so. I recommend you start getting a little bit comfortable. So if you would like to, you can get into half lotus pose, or just lay on your back if that's more comfortable for you. But just try to relax. So I'll give you guys a second till I get settled in. When you're ready, just start closing your eyes and just start focusing on your breathing. So you're breathing in, breathing out. Taking deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. I want you to start to visualize yourself inside of a golden egg. And this golden egg energy is divine healing light. So you're breathing in that divine healing energy. And you're breathing out. I want you to take a deep breath in, sending that divine healing light anywhere in your body that needs a little bit of extra attention. As you breathe in this divine healing light, and you're sending it throughout your body, you are seeing how your body is reacting to that energy. I want you to focus onto the light of each chakra in your body. If your crown chakra is feeling tight or clogged or cloudy, take a deep breath in of this divine healing light and send that breath right to your head. I want you to look at the energy around your third eye. If you feel like your intuition is off, or feel like you can't really trust the choices you have been making, I want you to take a deep breath in and send that breath into your third eye. If you've been feeling like you can't speak the truth or can't communicate properly what you need to say, I want you to take a deep breath in and send that breath to your throat chakra. If you're feeling alone or like you cannot receive the love that you want in this world, I want you to take a deep breath in and send it to your heart chakra. If you have been feeling like you cannot make any moves or feel scared to act for yourself, I want you to take a deep breath in and send that breath to your solar plexus. If you have been feeling pain in your womb space, feeling like you cannot manifest and bring in the dreams that you have to this world, I want you to take a deep breath in and send that light to your sacral space. If you've been feeling disconnected from your ancestors, disconnected from your physical life, I want you to take a deep breath in and send that healing breath to your root chakra. Take one deep breath in. And release all the heaviness that you have been carrying. Breathe in, sending that divine healing light anywhere in your body that needs a little bit of extra attention. Breathe out. When you're ready, you can start to come back. And just let me know in the comments when you guys are back. Okay, I see some people are back. How was that for you guys? Nat says feel lighter. That's good. That's really, really good. I let some baggage go. That's good. This is my second chakra meditation today. I feel good. That's great. It was great. I'm glad that you guys had a really good experience with that. You guys know I love doing these meditations for you guys because I feel like you guys get so much from it every single week. So I'm glad that you guys got that healing that you really, really needed. So let's start looking at the forecast for this week. There's a reason why this live is titled, What Do You Need? What do you need? And I think that is specifically because even like looking at the chart, as we're kind of starting to inch away, because we are coming to a close of Jupiter being in Capricorn. We're also coming to a close of Saturn being in Capricorn, because, and I've mentioned this in the past couple lives because I want you guys to be aware, we are it will be, both planets will be moving into Aquarius, and it is going to be a very, very powerful time. And so we're coming to the last bit of Capricorn's presence really being present in our lives, because we are so close to the end. And I think that a lot of us are very heavily in our heads. I do feel like this time period, December has an energy about it where you just start feeling really more in your head, in your mind, contemplating. It's almost like a second Virgo season, but it's a lot darker. I do think that as we get closer to Capricorn season, it just gets a little bit darker energetically, and we kind of, turn into like what I guess people think Saturnian energy kind of behaves as, like very stern, very like, contemplative in the head, trying to kind of figure out what direction, what comes next, really. And I do feel like it is a very mental time. I feel like a lot of us are in our minds. And I think that especially because, Mercury being in Sag right now gives it a really powerful touch for the expansion that we're seeking, because Sagittarius is not the sign that likes to be boxed in. And even if if you're not a Sagittarius, if you look at where Sag falls in your houses, or if you have Sag in a specific planet or anything like that, you will know that Sagittarius is like el sazon. Like it really brings out different levels, different kind of spices, and it kind of puts it together, and it says, this is what you're eating, this is why it tastes good, because it has this and that. It's not one spice, it's not one shoe fits all. It's literally a collective of things. It's a whole entire experience. And I think because Sagittarius doesn't like to be mixed into one thing, our minds are very much kind of all over the place. It's not centered and focused on one thing. It's literally like, oh well, I'm thinking about this, but I'm also thinking about that, but I'm also thinking about this, but I'm also thinking about that. And so during this time, I feel like it puts us in a place, now that again we are moving really fast towards Capricorn season. I know we're still in Sagittarius, but the energy is still there. It lingers, that kind of sternness, that kind of aloneness, that sitting with your, it seem like a very down thing to do, for especially if you're the type of sign that is very, like, or the type of person that's very like yippy, and you tend to want to be happy most of the time, and you tend to want to be in a lighter mood, and just living your life, being happy, or doing things that you love doing. When we get down to these kind of more contemplative times, it can seem like oh, you're depressed, oh, you're down, oh, you feel like shit, when it might not be necessarily that. It could literally be that you need to take moments to contemplate, that you need to take moments to, because not every single moment should be you being happy or you being in a yippity mood. There are a lot of moments that it's time to be a little bit more serious. And again, that's that Capricorn energy. That's that, okay, let me sit here and think about my life, because at the end of the day, my life is not funny. My life is not a joke. And therefore, I should not react to that energy and laugh at it. You know what I mean? And so it becomes a contemplative moment. And because Mercury is in Sagittarius, it gives it a more whimsical approach to how we're looking at it right now. And it makes us think about the world as a whole. It makes us think about our lives as a whole, all areas of our lives as a whole. Sag is a mutable sign, so it's changeable. It's always changing, is always adapting, is always kind of, it's like a sponge. It just takes in more and more and more and more. It never stops kind of like sucking in new information, new ideas, new like inspiration. Like Sag is a very, very powerful sign in that way. And the fact that Mercury's in Sag right now, I do feel like it puts us in the position to dive a little bit more into our minds, dive a little bit more into what we need and trying to figure that out. So when Capricorn season comes and the sun's energy changes and it gets a little bit more serious and like, okay, it's the end of the year. What is going on? Let's assess. I got to get my life together. I got to figure things out. Oh, it's the holidays. I just spent all this money over here and like now I got to do this and that, and like it can be a very overwhelming time. However, and I always tell you guys this, there's a reason why things are celebrated in different seasons, even though they're not necessarily calculated that way. Like Halloween falls under the darkest sign of the whole entire zodiac, the whole entire astrology, Scorpio, the sign of death, the occult, okay, and transformation, you transforming into something else, okay? For Halloween, when we all collectively decided that we are going to wear costumes, we're going to do X, Y, C, and B, and we're going to do this and transform ourselves and become this character and go around and celebrate in whatever way we do. And then you have, for example, Christmas that falls, and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, because we're not gonna forget about that. That falls in December. Okay, that falls in Capricorn season energy. Okay, and so that's not for nothing. There's a reason why all of this goes down the way it does. It's not necessarily for it to kind of be dismissed or for you to be like, okay, well, you know what? December and Capricorn season tend to be like such depressing moments, and that's statistically true. If you look at the statistics, December tends to be like people's most depressing moments. People have a lot of down like moments in December, and I believe that the suicide rate in December is also very high. And if you look at what is celebrated during Capricorn season, you have Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's, okay? That's like a whole bunch of things in one shot, okay? And so it puts the pressure for a couple of different things. First of all, we have these tradition of gifting and giving and things and like kind of having this gratefulness to us. And just kind of sharing and being with family and all that kind of stuff. And even the aesthetics of it is very wintry. It's very like winter tends to be like alone. Everybody's cold. So obviously you want someone with you to keep you warm. There's a reason why they call it cuffing season. But it all falls under this kind of umbrella. And then literally like what, 6 days later, you have New Year's. So you go from feeling like all of that to now it's a new year, new you, who's this, new number, new phone, like new resolutions, all this kind of stuff. And you think that's not a coincidence that the sign of goals, okay, the whole goals, having a set plan, having ideas, having like trying to choreograph this kind of vision for what they need for the year. You think that is a coincidence that it just so happens to fall under Capricorn season? I think not. Even though astrologically New Year starts with Aries, collectively, socially, New Year starts with Capricorn, which is interesting because they're very similar signs. It's just that one moves faster than the other naturally. And so as we inch forward towards the end of the year, the question that becomes is, what do you need? What do you need from you? What do you need from your energy? What do you need from spirit? What do you need from your ancestors? What do you need from your job? What do you need from your relationships? What do you need from your friendships, from your family? What is it that you need? Have you sat down with yourself, contemplated, and just really said, I feel like I would like to have a better connection with my brother. I would like to have a better relationship with my aunt. I would like to understand some of my ancestors and the things that they went to. I want to know some of their experiences or the things that they need to heal. I want to focus on growing my business, on growing or getting a promotion, and really positioning myself as someone who can be trusted in my work environment. I would like to focus on creating a new business, or creating a new project, or launching X, Y, Z, and B. I feel like we really need to kind of figure out what it is that we need. So when you know what you need, you can then not say later, oh, I don't know, I was lost, I was confused, I didn't know, I was just kind of like, no, it's not about, there's no excuse to not like live your life to the best that you actually can. There's literally absolutely no excuse to kind of allow yourself to do nothing, to allow yourself to not be your best self. There are things that happen in life that keep us down 1000%, but you still have a choice. It is still that willpower that we all have that put us in the position that, give us the option. It's kind of like, think of it as playing a video game. And this is like one of my favorite ways of kind of communicating this, because you do see it in video games. In video games, you are put in a certain limitation, and there are some games that you kind of have to, you click and you make some decisions. Okay? You make some decisions that lead you to something else. But you can't just sit and you have like a gaming system or whatever. You have the games downloaded and you're just kind of like, well, I'm bored, and not actually play the game. That's literally the same thing you would be doing to life if you're not actually trying to make something out of it. It's really time for us to kind of tap into that North Node energy and start to really get down to what it is that you need. So that way, when you know what you need, you know how to craft your intentions. That's where it all links to. If you know what you need, you know what spell work you need to start doing. You know that you need to maintain that energy within your life. You know that you have to address and come out to the situation in different ways. You're going to have to try to set intention to have better relationships with your family members, better relationships, or have a better, like for example, if you've been coming really late to work, but you actually really like your job and you want to keep it, you want to get promoted, you want to do these things, you need to start to set intention to getting there earlier, to be more productive, more dedicated to the things that you want to do. And so it changes the whole thing, because you then can come up with a game plan of how you're going to address the things that you need, not want, need. And a lot of us need to succeed. That's not something that should go over anybody else's head. It feels good to succeed. It feels good to do and achieve the things that you want to do. And that is in itself Capricorn energy. And so it is important for us. Again, because it goes back to that 10th house ruled by Capricorn. Career, social status, okay? What are you doing? What are you doing in the world? What is your status in the world? What are you contributing? What is your energy, your presence in this life giving? What are you doing? You succeeding is something that you need. All of us need to succeed at whatever it is that we're meant to be doing. And so it is really important right now for us to get down to the nitty-gritty and figure out what it is that we need, so we can start crafting that spell work, crafting our practices, crafting our daily, our morning routine, our nightly routine, our weekend routine, dedicated to sustaining what it is that we need. And we see that right now with like the way Mercury is moving through Sag. I feel like it's opening up a lot of possibilities, and Sagittarius works in this way where it makes you curious. And that's my favorite thing about it. It doesn't kind of come, at you harshly or anything like that. It's like oh, you were scrolling through Instagram and you happen to get, you see your friend post something that you never heard before. So you click on the hashtag and then you just discover something new. You're like, oh, this is interesting. I kind of want to learn more. You just keep kind of scrolling and you end up kind of learning about something new. That is very Sagittarian energy. And I feel like we're all kind of in this need to search the meaning of what we're supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be understanding and practicing for ourselves. And I do think that that Mercury and Sagittarius right now it can really help us push that forward a notch if we're working with the Sagittarian energy properly. And that's kind of like the point. We have to kind of work with the energy properly, because again, the generational planets, okay, are still doing their thing. They're still majorly in Earth sign. Only Neptune is in Pisces. Everything else is in Capricorn or Taurus. And so because we have all of this kind of earth energy, think of it as if you have like a huge farm, okay, and you have like all this land, and you just sitting inside the barn or whatever I don't know what they call the thing, the farmhouse, okay, you're just sitting there like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, I'm just sitting here not doing anything, when you could have been planting 80 million stuff in your soil. It's just about reacting to your circumstances. Like, there's so much potential, and I want you guys to see yourselves as potential, because you have the potential to do literally anything. So what is it that you need? What do you need to do? If you can do anything, what do you need to do? That is the question right now, because those intentions, especially with Mars and Aries pushing us forward, because again, this is like the best time to figure out how we're gonna kind of move. You know when people say people moving funny, listen, you need to move, you need to have calculated moves moving forward. And I do think that because we have that Mars and Aries, it gives us that little kick, that little boost of like, okay, you know what, this is dope, I want to continue this, let me start making moves there. And it kind of gives you that energy of when Aries season is there, because Aries season is always a season of initiation, of it's like a new year, because that's what it is, an astrological new year. And so it does give us that boost to kind of get through the remainder of 2020, which has been all over the place, with some sort of purpose. And that's kind of the key there. What you need a lot of the time, and most of the time, is to have purpose, is to have meaning. So I really encourage you guys to push yourselves towards that this particular week, because next week is going to look very much different, and we are kind of going to be shifting. That energy is going to shift. Everybody's going to feel it. It's going to be something else. So we should all try to be as productive as we can during this time. So I pulled some cards for us, and I'm using the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck, because who is not obsessed? And the first card that came out was the King of Needles, which is the King of Wands. I'm sorry, the King of Swords in this deck. Then we have the Page of Potions and the 10 of Candles, which is the 10 of Wands. And this is what I'm saying about us kind of being very mental with our energy, with our lives, and really trying to get down to the nitty-gritty of where we've been frustrated, where we've been kind of stuck in, what have we been struggling with, and why have you been struggling with it? What is it that you need to resolve that struggling issue, and how you address the release and removal of that struggle as well. So it's a really mental situation. I do think that this week calls for us to tap into our emotions, to tap into those, especially if you're feeling like you need that breath of fresh air, you just need that needing part of it. I think that it will lead you into having that analyzation of this kind of struggle mentality, especially because this year has been like #struggle for a lot of people. And so how do we come out of that? It's been very traumatizing. We all have, like, a lot of us have PTSD. Like, I cannot be more, like, at this point in time, if anybody comes closer than 6 feet to me, I'm like already like, back the hell up. You need to take 20 steps back from me, because no, I just can't be that close to anybody right now. Especially you guys know I'm an essential worker. I can't be that close to anybody right now. I can't do it. I can if I'm seeing like my mom or something like that, sure. If I'll hug my mom, I'll hug my sister. obviously I'm gonna be all over babe. I mean, we live together, we're fine. But when it comes to like people at work, you guys have no idea. I have like people around me all the time. I'll be putting out like freaking onions at work, and there'll be like 4 people trying to grab onions from over me. I literally just step back and be like, let me know when you're done. Because it's too much. It's too much people and energy on me. And I do feel like 2020 has left this kind of like PTSD thing where I just can't have that many people like around me, because it's just too much. The name of the deck is the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. Amazon. I will also try to leave a link of that down below, so you guys can, if you guys want to get that, you can do that either. But I do feel like this year has been, you know, super traumatic for people, and I don't blame anybody for that, but I do think that we have to start coming out of it, because 2021 is going to look different. And I know a lot of people are like, it's going to be the same, we're going to be doing this till 2022, whatever. We're not going to be doing this till 2022. You saw how fast that vaccine hashtag was made, okay? Because as we kind of go into Aquarian energy, technology speeds up, because Aquarius rules technology, Uranus rules technology. And so we have this kind of like, yo, there's gonna be things launching next year that you're gonna be like, what? Because technology is just sped up. That's just what it is. And so it is gonna be really fast, and a lot of people will be vaccinated next year. I don't think that this is gonna last longer than 2021. Probably like early 2022. There'll be like cases here and there, because, you know, there's people who don't believe in vaccines and X, Y, Z, and B. And I know a lot of people in the spiritual community don't as well. But I still think that for the most part, you know, it serves the collective, so people will eventually have to take it. It'll probably be like a measles thing or something like that. But yeah, no, this is something that definitely has to get resolved, and you'll see how technology kind of evolves through the next year. We also have the Page of Needles and the 3 of Cups, which is the 3 of Potions in here. And I think that a lot of us, if you've been feeling very, very much alone, it is really important for us to maintain ourselves socially. This is also why I love doing the weekly healing circle with you guys, because the collectiveness was going to get you inspired to get out of the funk in many ways. So if you have been in some sort of like period of seclusion and feeling like down and kind of feeling stuck, doing the same thing every day, feeling like one day is 1 week and not knowing when the day starts or begins, kind of like that, because I know a lot of people that have been going through it. You're gonna have to kind of allow yourself to get inspired but by how others are coping. And I do feel like others, and again, that's that Mercury in Sagittarius that helps us connect to other people in different ways and try to understand how they're approaching life, how they're experiencing life, how they kind of navigate the circumstances. And I do feel like you are gonna have to allow yourself, your mind, okay, your mind to kind of be a little bit more playful, connect with others. We're going into a very much a collective energy, because Aquarian energy is collective energy, is social energy, is all about like our friendships, our relationships, our relationship to society, our relationship to the government, our relationships to companies, our like everything, our relationships, period. And so we are gonna have to allow ourselves to break through a little bit. I'm not saying like physically, I'm not saying, you know, break the rules, go out, you know, don't social distance and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying do what you can with the tools that you're given. So if you can connect on a social level, connect socially, download a new app, download TikTok, download, you know, like try to see how you can get inspired, or how you can put yourself in a position that you can see something that you haven't been exposed to. If all you've been doing is binge watching everything on Netflix, then you are just kind of, you're just down on yourself right now. And so it's time for us to kind of connect to other people in the best ways that we can, still maintaining those relationships, still seeking to learn, still seeking to experience. If there's like any type of workshops or anything happening during this time, or classes, an online class, or you know, even people just kind of connecting digitally, or like even gaming or something, then try to kind of get yourself out there, try to connect with other people in different ways, not in the same way that you've been used to, but allow yourself to still have that emotion of connecting to another human being within the circumstances that we've been in, because I do feel like there has been a lot of imbalances there. I did pull 2 cards from the Isis Oracle, okay? And the first one was Scales of Balance. Balancing, give and take, directing and flowing, play and solitude are ways to heal the relationship between the inner masculine and feminine energies. Connection with the body is the most powerful form of healing for the feminine energy, as it holds the secret to divine feminine wisdom. So dance, sing, and play. Okay, I know that there's a lot of like online like dancing workshops right now happening, which are really cool and really fun. And I do feel like because we're having such masculine seasons right now, it is important to remember, especially if you are a woman and you just want to connect more to your divine feminine energy, that water energy, to still kind of remember to address, and even if you are a guy, you still have to address your that water energy, those emotional energies, and make sure that they're balanced, if there isn't an imbalance between the two. So if you need to do something that kind of allows you to kind of free up a lot of that pent-up energy, then feel free 1000% to do so. This week calls for a lot of balance, and this is what I'm saying. It's just, it's that equilibrium. The next one that I pulled is Rising Sun. That's what it looks like. Rising Sun. And it says, a dark phase and struggle. Just hold that here. Is over. A new phase is upon you. One of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is one through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. Consciousness. Mercury and Sag, okay? New consciousness, new experience, a new journey, a new, like, it's a newness to it. And it's an amazing energy if you allow yourself to really look at it. By the way, the bottom of the deck is the moon, as in the Ace of Needles, which is the Ace of Swords, okay? So I'm not joking about really tapping into our minds for this week. It's just what it is. Like, it's there. So let's see what else we need to know for the week. What is the energy for us this week? Okay, 3 cards came out. So the first one is cunning and resourceful. Okay, more of that Mercury and Sag energy, cunning and resourceful. So how can you put yourself, like, what is it that you need to learn? Again, if you address what you need, trying to find crafty ways into how to kind of make something work or receive the knowledge. Or like, let's say you want to study something on your own, and the book on Amazon costs like $300. Did you check some other books, like stores, like some reused books, websites that can maybe sell it for a lower price? That maybe you can actually get that book and start working and studying on the thing that you wanted to learn. Like, be a little bit more crafty, okay? This is another reason why the Dollar Tree spell videos is what they are. It's a crafty situation. I'm constantly going into the Dollar Tree and being like, what spell are we doing this week? Like, I'll just craft a whole entire spell and allow myself to get inspired by what I'm seeing, versus limiting myself thinking that, oh, I can only do something from the Botanica, or I can only use stuff that's in the kitchen, or I can only, work with there's no limit, okay? You can work with anything. You just have to allow yourself to, again, one, be inspired, and then be crafty about how you create what you're doing. Hold on. Okay, so the next one is awakening and I can't talk today. Transcendence, okay? Transcendence, awakening and transcendence, okay? If you allow yourself to if you put yourself in the position and pray and ask, like, hey, Spirit, can you guide me into how I need to approach this, how I should receive this? Okay, you will have that awakening. You will have that moment of, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. This is in alignment with me, because it actually is saving me time. It's saving me money. It's something that I want to do, something that I'm curious to learn. Trust and believe. Trust and believe this week. If you allow yourself and call that energy in, you will have that solution given to you as well. You're also getting protection and boundaries. And I'm not surprised about this because like I said about the 6 feet thing, but because I do feel like, again, we're starting off this week with this moon in Virgo, and I do feel like, again, we're a little bit more detached from others right now. So there are certain levels and certain places that we don't need to go. And I do feel like if you kind of, this week, if you get invited to go somewhere, or, you know, this week it's just gonna be like, no, I'm kind of working on something. No, I kind of need to do, maybe next week, maybe next week. Or like, can we talk digitally, or, you know, find a different solution, because I do feel like we need to protect our boundaries this week, especially for those who are asking more than what we can give during this time. If your energy and if you're not up for it, you don't need to compromise. Just say no. 1000%. What do we need to know for this week? Wow. We're getting emotional healing. Okay, emotional healing. I'm telling you, a lot of us are like traumatized from 2020. And it says, it is safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. Okay, to mend. And using this actually is, you know, it helps you work with that Venus and Scorpio energy that we're still under, because, you know, our love, our money, our pleasure energy we're driving it, we're moving through this Venus and Scorpio energy. So if you want to feel good about the things that you're doing for yourself, about your self-care, about all of these things, you need to allow yourself to emotionally heal as well. And that is a transformative space and place to do it. So it does tap into that Venus and Scorpio energy. So that's really, really interesting. The next one we're getting is be positive. Because I told y'all, this is a very dark month and dark period usually for people. Your thoughts can shape your experience. So be sure to focus on the positive. On the positive. Okay, so have you been more negative than you need to be lately? And what do you need to do about that? Like, how can you be more positive about your life and your future? Okay, are you limiting yourself with the words that you're saying? This always comes up as well. Like every other weekly healing circle, we're talking about your words. Seriously. Archangel Michael, what do we need to know for this week? Okay. So we got 2 cards from Archangel Michael. The first one is, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. And the prayer goes, please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. What? Guys. Archangel Michael said, listen to yourself. Okay. And he's also saying, ask Archangel Michael to help you with the situation. Okay. And the prayer goes, Archangel Michael, thank you for assisting me with, and then it says, describe the situation. Please help me be filled with faith and peace. Faith and peace at all times. You know how powerful that intention is? Y'all don't even know. Faith and peace. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. You're just on your way there. So what do you need to do? You need to trust yourself, and you need to pray for that peace. So while you're trusting yourself, there's like nothing wrong. That's it. Everything is happening with perfect timing, the way it's supposed to. You just need to make sure that you are acting and doing what you're supposed to be doing, contributing to your own physical realm co-creation at the same time. What planetary energies are affecting us for this week? What planetary energies are affecting us for this week? Okay. We got 3 cards. We got Uranus. Okay, Uranus. We got Sagittarius. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And we also got Leo. There's a lot of fire energy for this week. And I do feel like, especially for the Leo energy, this is that specific part of the week where we need to tap into ourselves, because Leo energy, okay, let me tell you, is all about I'm feeling good. What am I doing? How am I making myself feel good? How am I making myself look good? Okay, and when you look good, you feel good 1000%, and you know that's true. So how do you make yourself feel good? How do you make yourself be put, like, how do you put yourself in a better place? What do you do to make sure that you are in alignment, that when you're walking into a room or wherever you need to go to, you're like, yep, this is me, and that's it. I'm proud of who I am. That's literally Leo energy. So look at where your transits are for these three for the week, so that way you know how to work with these energies as well. It's funny, the bottom of the deck for that one is Aquarius. I ain't even surprised. I'm not even surprised. But yeah, I saw there's some questions in the comments, so let me see. Are saints like Mary and archangels safe for beginners to pray to? Yeah, 1000%. I always recommend the archangels for just pretty much anything. They are the easiest like energetically to work with. They're just the easiest. They work really fast. They're just on it. It's just like a smooth, you know, 1-2, like it's a smooth situation. But they are really good for beginners to experience. You can do so much work with the archangels. There's like core cutting, like removal, like meditations that you can do with Archangel Michael. You can literally call down him and his sword. You can, like, there's so much stuff you can do, like, to advanced with the archangels that is just amazing. But they're really, really great for beginners. I always recommend because a lot of people say spirit work isn't for beginners. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I feel like when you're working with yourself spiritually, you are constantly addressing your own spirit. So when you're getting into spiritual work, which is also part of your craft, which is part of witchcraft, it's a practice. You're constantly trying to calibrate, balance out your spirit, balance out your life, and balance out your emotions, which connects to your spirit, balance out your mind, which connects to your spirit. Like, everything comes down to spirit. You're always trying to balance yourself out spiritually. So therefore, it is not beginner's work, because you are alive. It's not like, you know, you just got thrown in. You're alive. You still have spiritual moments and spiritual situations, and you're still living your life every day. So there is no kind of like, you shouldn't be doing spiritual work, because even if you're doing a spell, that's addressing your spirit. Even when you're calling something in, that's something coming in that you're calling from your spirit. You're really calling that in, and it connects back to you. So it's like, now spirit work, it's like any level. I do feel like there's different things you can do spiritually that are more advanced, obviously, at different levels, but I don't think that is a beginners necessarily kind of thing. But I do feel like there are advanced things that you could do. I hope that answer makes sense. Can you do a video on your favorite decks? I can, and I will. I got you, boo. Wait, I have another question. Okay. Question, I'm a beginner spiritualist, but maybe others might wonder, what type of work should be focused on for getting out of a hiatus of creativity and depression and seeing some movements? It looks like it's your divine feminine energy that you're trying to address, because that's water energy. So I would do the baños first, the sour bath, the sweet baths. I would make sure that water-wise, because do not forget, even though we're physical bodies, we're 90-something% water. So you need to make sure that you are in alignment with your water energy. That includes your emotions, and your emotions are going to be like signaling you what's going on. And if you've been feeling like depressed, then obviously that's the signal. So you need to start addressing your water energy, your emotional energy. So working with the water elemental magic, is really important, and I feel like what you intake as well is very important. Charging your water before you drink it is very important, which is one of my simple and easiest spells that I do. I just bless and charge my water before I drink it. I Reiki my water before I drink it too, and just charging that up, so what the water I am consuming that is becoming me, okay, because do not forget that when you drink water, that water is circulating through your whole entire body. Okay, that is the one of the deepest experiences that this element is having. It's going through you. Okay, so that's a whole ritual for me. So when I'm drinking water, that's a whole, listen, I'll get some water up in here. This is charged water. Okay, this is not for any. You have to take everything you're doing as, I am doing this. This is part of my self-care. Water is always part of my self-care. That could seem like the most basic thing in the world, but this is self-care one-on-one, because this is becoming me. I am intaking the intentions that I set in this water. I am absorbing them. I am becoming them. There is just calibrating into me. And I think that it's important when we're going through a lot of emotional stuff to make sure that we're thinking about that element and how we're using it. How do you use it in food? How do you charge that water when you're cooking? Do you charge the foods that you eat? Because food is like a seed to your body. You're feeding it and you are growing. Okay, so then you need to look at the food that you're eating. Is the food that you're eating making you depressed because you're eating bad? Or like what is it that you're doing when it comes to the element of water and also earth? Because listen, water will nurture you, but earth will ground you. And earth is how you get those solid intentions. I 1000% love that I picked being a Capricorn for this lifetime, because I do feel like I am constantly always grounded. Even when I get thrown off here and there by stuff that happens in life, I still feel that groundedness, and I'm just constantly nurturing myself with water, because I know that I am the earth and that I need to grow all the seeds that I'm planting. So every time I drink water, I'm like, ooh, this is for that thing that I'm working on. This is for that. That's what it's for. I'm constantly nurturing myself, and that is what you need to do. You need to focus on your self-care. That's awesome. Can I put clear quartz inside my water bottle? I do recommend it. Just make sure it's clear. I recommend doing like a tumble stone. This is why I have a Inu water bottle. And I did a whole review on it, because the one of the reasons why I don't just throw a whole crystal inside like a water bottle is because I don't want to drink it by mistake. Or babe to drink it by mistake, because she's like the type that will like glug, 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 like she drinks water like it's water. And so I just have like my crystal water bottle, and it has like the base where you could twist it off and put other crystals in there and just have different charged water. I do a lot of lapis lazuli water, specifically for like third eye chakra work, which is really, really healing. But you can put a clear quartz inside your water bottle. You can also put it around your water bottle, like just leave your water bottle like sitting somewhere, and then put the clear quartz around it, and then just leave it charging for like 10 minutes, and then you should be good to go. But that's up to you. I just like having that water bottle, so I always recommend it to everybody. It's the Inu water bottle, and it's from VitaJewel, if you guys want to like do a quick Google search. Yeah. Are you gonna be pulling cards? I already pulled the cards. Haha. You was late. But you can always rewatch it, so yeah. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and sign off, because that was this week's healing circle. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Thank you again for 8,000 subscribers, guys. 8,000 people, 8,000 of y'all. 8,000. Thank you so much for all the love. We're gonna continue growing. 2021 is gonna be crazy. Okay, crazy. Don't forget to follow me on all the socials: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok is at TigeraGitana. Don't forget to check out the Patreon as well, because we're always learning and growing over there. I'm about to do a monthly community spell. I'm really, really excited. And yes, don't forget to also get your tickets for the workshop, because that is selling out. There's only 11 tickets left. Okay, so I will see you in the next one. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. Bye, guys.